Well, 2013, the last year for the Web.com Tour in Omaha. 2017, the next year for it.
That's right. Professional golf is back. Support from Pinnacle Bank and a host in the club at Indian Creek have made all this possible.
Look at this guy, Gary Java. He's part of that team that helped put this thing together. Good to see you,
Right.
Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Thanks for having me.
Hey,
It's
big
just
announcement. This is big. I think some people maybe weren't expecting this so soon. So take us back to that day earlier this week and the reaction so far.
Just been a big splash, just a big buzz. Thanks in part local media, starting with KMTV-TV, Channel 3. Thanks for your help. It's just been a big splash, big buzz. Everybody's excited. Everybody's happy that this event people have asked for years. You said the big void since 2013. You know, when's it coming back? Sometimes people stopped asking, and every once in a while people would go, "Yeah, well, remember the golf tournament we were going to have?" Here it is. Mike West comes calling and says, "This is what we're going to do. I'd like you to be a part of it." And it's been great.
How much effort went into making this tournament happen? Not just those locally, but Bill Calfee, the folks with the tour, who knew Omaha was an important market. The players were anxious to get back. Give our viewers some context for effort over the last few years.
You know, first I'll give them credit for all the effort that they put in, starting with Bill Calfee and with Bill and Brett Gotch at Indian Creek and Sid Dinsdale and Mark Hawk at Pinnacle Bank, and all the work that they did, and Mike West. And from what I wasn't involved in that, I can't take credit for what they did, but the story, one of the stories I heard was back in April of 2015, Mark Hawk and I believe it was Tom Hearns from Lincoln, from Nebraska PGA, were in a golf outing. And one thing led to another. What do you think about having another event if we had brought back the Web.com Tour and maybe in Lincoln? And Mark says, well, we kind of got this arena down in Lincoln, the Pinnacle Bank Arena, so we kind of have Lincoln covered.
We want a marquee event in Omaha now.
Yeah, but if you have something for Omaha, what would, and like they said, like Mike West has insisted, Indian Creek was the first golf course that they talked to, and it was the only course that they wanted, and they made everything happen thanks to Bill and Brett Gotch saying, you know, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, well, I think that you talk about that void that we've had for the last few years. There's also been that void in the charitable community. So talk about the impact that this event will have, not only you know, economically here in Omaha, but the charitable component as well.
Well, you know, it does a great deal, and it always has for the charities, and giving, you know, 6 figures in the past and over the years to charity. But you know, it's a great event. Like you said, the economic impact. It's a great event, and it gives a lot of money and a good deal of money to charity every year, and that's coming back. So there'll be more going into the charity roles. We always want to stress it's a great event for the city of Omaha, in a great event town like Omaha, that gives a great deal of money to charity.
Why was Omaha important to the Web.com Tour?
I think because the size and the reputation this city has nationally, and that has grown nationally, but going back to the Web.com, and you're familiar with that. Your experience.
Gary.
Yes, you are. You know, your husband, Peter Jacobson, who came through this tour. The players loved it. The PGA Tour, Web.com, loved it, loved being here. And the national reputation of the city continues to grow. Thank God for the College World Series, but the U.S. Olympic Committee, you know, you get a, you know, in that national, everybody's hearing more and more about Omaha, and then here's the PGA Tour and Web.com saying, we love that place. We knew about that place before you guys did, and we want back, and here we are.
We helped build that. We built that sports town. Let's talk about Indian Creek for a second, because that's the golf course that was selected. It's a 27-hole course. Obviously, 18 holes are going to be used to play it, but how big of a challenge will that course be for some of these pros?
You know, you hear stories about any golf course before any golf championship. They can make it harder. I don't want to say they can make it as easy as they want or as hard as they want. They can make it tougher. They can make it easier. And so we'll see where they end
Grow
up.
out the rough a little bit, placement, all that matters.
Grow.
But I will say this about the fan experience with that course. I think about a lot of fans who want to go out and walk and follow a group. They can at Indian Creek. I feel like the fan experience will be quite special there.
You know, starting with the parking lot. The parking lot is much bigger than it has been in the past,
Well,
and there's
and
more
having
things
room
they
for
can
buses
do
to
with
be
it.
around,
You know, and VIP and hospitality, VIP tents and viewing boxes and hospitality tents, and starting with the parking lot. You know, the front desk, if you will. and then walking the course. And hey, as you get older, it's really important. You can
Yeah,
walk that course
right.
without wearing yourself out.
Well, the website is right there, pinnaclebankchampionship.com, and if people write this information down, put it in your calendar. But Gary, the social component, real too. We've got about 15 seconds. 19th hole. We still thinking about doing something like that?
We'll see how 19th goal goes. You know, it's an institution.
Mike's
I've been
ready
there
to hit
once
the
or
dance
twice.
floor.
Just a couple times.
Mike wants to pop and some dance moves, and he'll be in business.
God bless America.
Great
Thank
country,
you, Gary.
isn't it?
Exactly.
Great
Gary.
to see you. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
bringing
Yeah,
it
good
back.
luck on the tour.
Thanks
over
for
the next-
welcoming us back.
our
Guest of the
pleasure.
Morning Blend, speaking of